Michelle. Will it just not lock? It won't lock now, will it?
Once again, thank you for your attention. In the street seats. You should all have a glass of something sparkling in front of you, which would indicate the time of day has arrived. That generally this side of the room look forward to an awful lot more. If you just take a quick glance at the top table, some of them are visibly pale as I speak. But on that note, I'd like to invite probably the proudest gentleman here today to take the floor from me. So if the brother of the bride would take the floor, I would be very, very grateful.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, good afternoon, everyone. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm Jason. I'm brother of the bride, and so it's up to me to get the ball rolling today and start the celebrations of the marriage between Michelle and Chris. Thank you very much. So, I get the privilege of making the first speech. So that, in essence, makes me the warm-up man for the groom, and also for the torrent of filth that's about to come out the that's mine. Phil. So first of all, I'd like to say a few thank yous. So first of all, thanks to all of you today. You've made that extra special effort to come here today and make today a very special celebration. You all look fantastic. You've all made it on time. We haven't had to drag you from Wetherspoons, so thank you all very much. So I'd also like to say thank you to Julie and the team here at Slater's, who put on a fantastic event for us, made sure that we're fed and watered. So Julie and the team, thank you very much. Give a round of applause. So I'd also like to thank anyone who has helped in the lead up to the wedding, whether your part has been big or small. Again, you've made the day extremely special. So you know who you are, and thank you very much indeed. Right, that's the formalities done with. So, unfortunately, the actual father of the bride couldn't be here today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a message that he sent to Michelle. I'm going to share it with you now. So unfortunately couldn't be here because of COVID restrictions and he's in Germany. So, to my lovely daughter Michelle, I'm very sad at not being able to come myself due to COVID travel restrictions. On a positive note, I would like to give a big thank you to all who've managed to get there today. Not forgetting Michelle's mum Fran, who has brought two great children into the world, brought them up and looked after them through good times and bad. Fathers do tend to hold life's pictures of their daughters in a special place close to their heart. One of those pictures is when I remember when Michelle came to Germany to visit me, and we went bike riding together, and later to a Bavarian party where she really got stuck into the German beers. I'm proud of her managing the cancer shop, and I'm also proud of her having the operation herself and looking after her mum so well. We've been apart for a very long time, and she was always in my thoughts. And I would like to take this opportunity to welcome Chris to the family. I know they'll be very happy together. I wish you both a great day and many anniversaries afterwards. So I'll raise my glass to you both and to all the guests present. Have a wonderful life together, to Michelle and Chris. So Chris, I'd like to echo what my dad said. You've been with Michelle long enough, so you know what you're letting yourself in for. So for the others in the room who don't know Michelle that well, let me enlighten you. Michelle is a very caring, compassionate mother, daughter and sister. What was I saying? It's a good job I didn't lose my flow now. Michelle is a very caring and passionate daughter, mother and sister. And a testament of that is the way that she supported my mum going through quite a tough time over the past 4 months. She's been my mum's doctor, nurse, bodyguard, shoulder to cry on. So thank you very much. I couldn't be more proud of you. as you can see, she gets a bit emotional. And she can cry a lot. So the slightest little thing will set her off. Watching YouTube, watching an advert on TV, and watching anything particularly with animals in it.
Oh God.
So an example of that is when she watched War Horse, the film. I don't know whether you've seen it. She was absolutely beside herself. And it's so much so that Kim thought she was going to have to call her an ambulance. And I don't think she's quite got over it since.
It took her 2 weeks to recover.
She's also a wheeler dealer, or thinks she is. And many years ago, she tried a hand at selling antiques. So many years ago, the Antiques Roadshow was coming to town and filming. So my sister thought it would be a good idea to get on telly and sell this magazine, this 1920s satirical comic, on the Antiques Roadshow. So we waited and waited for Michelle, and she came back after about 9 hours. I said, "So how have you got on?" She says, "I didn't get on the tally." Said, "Right, okay." It says, "I had to queue for about 6 hours." It says, "And the valuation for the comic was £1." So she can also be spontaneous, which is actually not a bad trait. She'll do things at a turn of a sixpence. And not long after the episode at the Antiques Roadshow, she decided to make a fortune and move to London for a year. So she told us one Saturday afternoon, but she bought a single ticket and then went off to London, which we're only thankful she was under the watchful eye of my Auntie Sheila, Nikki and Steve. It would also be customary to spend a few minutes bragging about the qualities of my new brother-in-law, and that would be very easy for me, Chris. In fact, I've got 2 pages of notes about your suitability and also how good you are, but I can't read your writing, so I'm going to have to... So, Chris, although we're a small family and we're a very tight unit, and it can be a daunting prospect for anyone to join that unit, you've slotted in brilliantly. The way that you've held yourself, the way you've supported us, no favour is too small. And I couldn't be prouder to call you my brother-in-law. Wow, I got through that bit. So, I think tradition dictates that I should give some advice to the happy couple on a successful marriage. Now, I've only been married 4 years, so I don't know whether that qualifies me, but I'll have a go and share some pearls of wisdom with you. So, I'm not sure that I can put my finger on it, and it's different for every couple. But basically, I've just done exactly what I've been told for the past 4 years. So, to the both of you, Michelle, I would just say, when you want Chris to do something, he's only a man, so hints won't work. And Chris, when Michelle asks you to do something, just do it, mate. I'm telling you. So, more seriously, stay best friends. Don't sweat the small stuff. Do lots of everything while you can. And have fun and try and laugh every single day. Marriage in this day and age is not easy, especially with the external pressures of day-to-day life. And don't lose sight of what first brought you together. In other words, may your love be modern enough to survive the times, yet old-fashioned enough to last forever. So, without further ado, I'd like to propose a toast to the very happy couple. I'd like to ask you to join me in raising your glasses in a toast to a very long and healthy future together. So, ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding. Raise your glass to the new bride and groom. So, to the bride and groom. Bride and groom. Right, Phil. Right. So, thank you very much. I'm going to now hand over to Chris. Thank you. My bit's done.